on. Were you guys waiting around to see if you could F her and the P me live on TV?
Yes.
Is that what you were waiting?
Not you, but yes.
So it has been the
Seriously?
talk of the town. Yeah, and this guy basically has turned out to be paying for the crimes of a trend. This guy here has been paying for the crimes for a trend that has been going on worldwide for the last couple of years. Hydro One says it is committed to a work environment where discrimination or harassment of any type is met with zero tolerance. So they fired this guy. So our question this morning is, as silly or stupid as the comments may have been, did Hydro One overreact in firing a guy who was not in his workplace environment and was not identified? No one could tell he worked for Hydro One. Did they overreact? And we are getting tons of comments on this about whether or not he should have been fired.
Yeah, this has been trending on our Facebook page for over 24 hours now. We've been getting hundreds and hundreds of comments. Lots of you quite strongly opinionated about this. So let's take a look. Did they overreact? This is a comment from Megan. Absolutely not. It was an appropriate reaction to someone who absolutely deserved to be punished. I applaud them for their response. And of course, there's a ton of that. This is another comment from Denise. Oh, he will lawyer up and get his job back or compensation. The best punishment is the shame and regret he and his friends were feeling after the alcohol wore off. And that was a lot of people saying it was alcohol.
As much as the comments are very offensive and as much as they turn our stomachs, the question is, should your employer be allowed to fire you for something? He didn't represent the company. He was not a face of the company. Nobody at first knew where he worked. He was not doing it in a work environment. He was not in a Hydro One truck hanging off yelling some vulgarity. So it brings up the question, if you're involved in something that might be considered vulgar, some people might take offense to a comment you make, should your employer discipline you or fire you because of it?
Just like you and I as television personalities, do you think when we head out on the street, we are on all the time?
We represent Rogers, we represent Citytv all the time, so it's very different. We're very identifiable.
Because what was really interesting was we had an employment lawyer on CityNews yesterday, and she was saying your job doesn't end at 5 o'clock when you hang. It's not like you're hanging up your employee badge. You represent your company wherever. It doesn't matter whether you're recognizable or not.
Are people saying anything on the other side?
Yeah, on the other side, Warren, no, he wasn't on duty. If he was wearing Hydro One logos, then yes, but he wasn't. Unless he was on call, then yes, he was working. That's Warren's opinion. But you know, I think you're on all the time, and you have to. You are representing your company. If you're recognized like he was, then and the sad part was he was working for a public corporation. His
university, who he graduated from years ago, has come out apologizing almost for this. So. Yes, the comments were vulgar. They were horrible. They're unforgivable. I think his mother probably would have more to say, would take care of it more. But to be fired for this, I think it's a very dangerous, slippery slope we're going down.
Yeah, and this
last
one says,
comment.
Yeah, last comment. We took his name out, by the way. We opted to take his name out. It was pretty outrageous. The sad thing is he's probably not like that in real life, but got carried away
and that's
in the moment.
He's in the middle of a bunch of friends and things like that. So, all right, keep your comments coming all the time.
We have a poll going to breakfasttelevision.ca. Vote.
All right, what's the so people say yes, they did overreact, 21%, 79% saying no overreaction.
So we're going to check in on this poll later on this morning.
6:20 right now. We'll be back with more BT.